My name is Morgan Folk, and I am doing my resource tutorial over Socrative. I loved exploring Kahoot, Seesaw, and GoFormative, but was very interested to see how Socrative compared. So the first thing I do is just go to Google and type in Socrative here. It'll pop up with the Socrative home screen to click on, and there are 3 different versions of Socrative that you can choose as a teacher. There is a free version. There is a version that is $59.99 a year, or there's a version that is $99.99 a year. I went ahead and just signed up for the free one. And then all you have to do is put in your first name, last name, email, and then a password, and you're good to go. Okay, so once you actually log into Socrative on your teacher account, your home screen will look like this. Down here are the quick questions, so if you have a quick question that you want to send out to your students, this would be the best place to go for that. If you have already created quizzes, up here is going to be where you can access those. However, right now I'm going to actually show you how to make those quizzes, so you just simply click on this link up here. You go to over here and add quiz. You can see the other ones that I have previously made are already saved down here. So that is where your finished product will actually be, so that you can use it for multiple times. I'll go ahead and click the add quiz. I'll go ahead and click create new. I'll go ahead and rename this rounding. And one really cool feature about Socrative is that you can actually align the quiz to a standard. So to do that, we'll go to math. The Common Core, we'll go ahead and do traditional. And then the class and the grade, you can see that it actually has so many different opportunities to be used within a classroom. It is elementary all the way up until high school. So there's a lot of different features that you can use this for. However, I would say that this feature is more of a lower order thinking. It's not very high in the Bloom's taxonomy. It's more of a recall and memorizing versus actually applying and thinking for that. So now that I have my rounding, I have my standard in place, I'm going to go ahead and choose multiple choice. You do have the options to do true or false or short answer. So as mentioned previously, you can use this in different aspects. You could use this for a reading quiz. You could use it for social studies, science, to kind of gauge student understanding as a formative or summative check. So I'll go ahead and do multiple choice so that you guys can see how it works. Since this one is all about rounding, I'll go ahead and type in 62 rounded to the nearest 10 is what? And then I'll just give them 3 answers. So 70, 65, or 60, and then you can have the option to delete those, so you do not have to give them a lot of different options. So you go ahead and click the correct answer, and then down here another cool feature about Socrative is that you can actually explain it. So this would be a really good place to add vocab that you might have been using throughout the week to reiterate why an answer is the way it is. So here I might say 62 is between 60 and 70, but is below the halfway point, so it will round down to 60. Period. And then down here you can add another multiple choice, true, false, or short answer. But I am going to actually go ahead and stop and save this here so that I can show you what it might look like on the other end as a student. Before we can go to the student view though, I do want you to know that this one right here is the rooms. So this is where your students will actually be joining your room. For example, I compare this to a Kahoot. So a Kahoot, you have to type in the PIN number. For Socrative, they just have to simply type in your room number. And then all of the results after the students have completed the test, their results will populate down here and give you more information about how the students actually did. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off this.